of Yog Vaashishtha. So today we'll begin look into more details. Yesterday we saw how this entire creation is actually created, and we also spoke about that. We will look into more details. What are the practical applications of that? So we'll look into those details. We'll present the summary in English as well as in Hindi also, and we'll see the practical application, post which we'll open this session for the discussion. You also will be able to contribute. If you have any question, you are welcome to ask the same. So let us look into more details about it. Before that, let us chant Omkar 3 times as we do it every day. I once again welcome all of you, those who have joined for the Yog Vaashishtha session. Let's all close our eyes. अपनी आंखें बंद कर लें. एक साधारण सांस अंदर ले. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Let go. खाली हो जाए. It's worth dropping off fast, considering it as a drifting. अपना भूतकाल एक स्वप्न के भांति त्याग करने योग्य है. Let's breathe in and let go. खाली हो जाए. ओमकार उच्चारण के लिए गहरी लंबी सांस अंदर ले. ओम के नाद के साथ साथ इस नए क्षण का स्वागत करें. Let us welcome this new moment in our life. Let us awaken the divinity within. अपने गुरु का आवाहन कर लें. आवाहनम आवाहनम आवाहनम. पुनः पुनः. Let us pray to the divinity. गुरु वंदना कर लेते हैं. गुरुर् ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर् साक्षात् परब्रह्म. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री श्री गुरवे नमः. मैं गुरु से प्रार्थना कर ले. Whatever the words that we speak, whatever the actions that we do, whatever the thoughts we think about, अपने अंदर से निकलने वाले हर एक शब्द, हर एक वाणी अपने सारे कर्म एवं विचार अपने बुद्धि के अंदर जागृत होने वाला विवेक, the discrimination that we do in our intellect, अपनी स्मृति पे तैयार होने वाले impressions, the impression those are created in our memory. और यदि अब भी अहम का थोड़ा भाव बाकी है, and even till now, if there is an iota of that I, let thy be with the inspiration of the divinity of the master. यदि अब भी अहम का थोड़ा भाव बाकी है तो वो भी गुरु की प्रेरणा से ही प्रेरित हो, ऐसी प्रार्थना करें। मुमुक्ष की राह पे चलने वाले हम लोग, मुक्ति और मोक्ष की राह पे चलने वाले हम लोग, यदि यहाँ पे लौट के बार बार आना पड़े तो वो भी गुरु की प्रेरणा से ही प्रेरित हो, ऐसी प्रार्थना करें। Let us feel the presence of divine within and outside. अपने अंदर और बाहर गुरु का सानिध्य महसूस करें। And with a gentle smile on your face, एक हल्की सी मुस्कान के साथ अपनी प्यारी सी आंखें खोल सकते हो। You may open your eyes. Jai Gurudev, welcome back everyone. Now let's proceed with our session. So yesterday we saw how this entire universe is created. What was the reason behind creating this universe? No? And we noticed that there were no such reason. No, you just on its own, that the one which we do not know. No? We call it with different name. We call it Shiva, we call it Brahma, we call it Chaitanya, consciousness, Atma, etc., etc., etc. So once it just had an iota of I created in that, that I am something. Now to search an answer for who am I, what am I, what is the purpose of my life, then he creates this Akashaj. That is where we saw Vaashishtha Muni telling Rama the story of there is a Brahman called Akashaj. This Akashaj Brahman is nothing but that in Akasha, space, like Akashaj. Akasha means space. So just to find out an answer of that koham, who am I, it just create on its own, just as the imagination creates the entire space, Akash. Now here this Akashaj wants to explore. He doesn't have any of his own karmas or anything. It is just there. There is no purva karma. There are no sanchita karma. No, there are no actions that he has done in the past. So now because of that, he doesn't carry any baggage to be with him. Neither he does anything. Neither does he do any karma. Now what happens to explore that I. Now that which we do not know starts creating all these things. Whatever we see as a universe, it all starts with Om Nad. And then Om Nad then gets into the aksharas, the letters and the vowels and consonants, and then the words get formed, and then the associated meanings to these words starts. So that is the creation of mind is what is explained here. And now this mind is imagining all these things, that whatever we see. So now all these things happens, and then we have seen all the other things comes into picture. All the existence layers come into picture. And then Vasishtha Muni explains to Rama that all these things has happened, and because of that, that Akashaj, which is like this ativahik sharir yahan pe isko bola hai, no, the one which is very small, no, the subtle body, that is the ativahik sharir, it is ativahik deha, isko yahan pe kaha gaya. No, so the Brahma, it is in that thing. And then if it is like that, and if it doesn't have any past karmas, past actions, no, the question does not arise to, by the death, to take away his prana. No, there is nothing of that sort exist. It's just on the subtle level, there are no actions that is being done, and nothing is there. No, it is that exactly the same thing that if, no. Now even if it is creates this mind, that is also just an imaginary action here. No? So it is in that form. So because of that, every time whenever this death wants to take away that Akashaj, every time the Yama happens to tell him the same knowledge that look, you cannot take him, he doesn't have any karma. Now Rama is very curious as well as he is very intelligent. So now he starts asking questions here. So Rama asked him question. Yeah, I understood that there is somebody called Lord Brahma, and then he is just like this Akashaj, just like this space. He doesn't have his karma, and because of that, he doesn't get the death. Death cannot do anything to him. What about us? Like all these things we saw, we have this all these past karmas with us, and because of which we are stuck into this vicious life cycle of death and born and death, and then coming again and again and again in this vicious life cycle. What are the karmas? No, what are this? Why it is not applicable to Brahma? Because he came. So Vasishtha Muni explains him that, or Yama actually explains him that, look, he doesn't carry any karma as such. No, there is no reason for his existence here. He just came into existence just because someone thought about it and it came into existence. No, on its own, it doesn't have its own anything, any intentions or any karmas of its. There were no karma. Because of that, there is no death also associated with it. So then Rama again asked him question that the people like us or the whatever that we see, like which is formed by 5 elements, no, that is called as Adi Bhautik Deha, Adi Bhautik Sharira. So the one which is formed by all these 5 elements. But then that Brahmadev, that is Lord Brahma, is free from all these things. It is not formed by all these Panchamahabhuta. That is how he explains all these things. So that Akashaj, that aparthiv man, that is nothing but the Brahmadev. So that aparthiv man is also just an imagination. So dehacha atit zalele man is Brahmadev. It's the same thing again. Vasishtha Muni explains here. Now let us see what is the significance of all these things when we actually look into our day-to-day mundane routine life. How do we actually apply all this knowledge to our day-to-day routine life? What is the significance of this creation of this universe, and when we actually live our life, what is the significance? So we all, when we actually go into this world, we all come into contact with this srishti, the things which are created out of this all 5 elements, be it the matter, be it the trees, be it the scenery that you see, be it the people around you, be it the objects around you, or be it the situations around you. When we get in touch with them, now because of all the actions and the past karmas, we tend to behave or react in a certain particular way. Also, we tend to understand or misunderstand that all these pleasures that is coming out from the outer world is something real in nature. At the contrary, it is actually that happiness, that anand, that is joy, that love is actually there within inside. They are just giving an experience of that, triggering that. So even the science have the movie what we saw, the science also agrees to this, that for the brain, no, for the one which is experiencing, it doesn't matter whether that experience is created because of the signals that are coming outside or it is just created in your mind. No, it can still experience the same thing. So whatever the things that we get stuck off, no, we want to possess somebody, we demand love, we bother about the opinions expressed by the people. Then we get sad if the things that we wanted to achieve, we do not get it. No? All these things seems to happen in our day-to-day mundane life when we are not in knowledge. So all these things happen, little bit of mistakes here and there, you tends to react, you tend to get angry, no? You get stuck into all this kama, krodha, lobha, mada, moha, matsara. No, all these worldly desires and attractions, we get stuck into it. Without becoming aware what we are, without becoming aware, not being aware of why we are here, what is the purpose of our life, if you have got this human life, what exactly we are here for, what is it that we ultimately want to achieve out of it. No, forgetting that real goal, no, we get to stuck into all the worldly other things and get stuck into it. Not only that, we want to go ahead and define that goal and want to achieve it. There is nothing wrong in that, but then we become so furious about it. No, I want more and more and more. And the capacity of these five senses is to give you something which is limited in nature, but your mind wants something which is unlimited. No, we tend to forget all these facts. And then what is the outcome? You become dukhi, you become sorrow, the grief gets you, the anger engulfs you, you become very sorrowful. You tend to lose that happiness. And then you grumble and then you complain and then you keep on seeking the things that are just outly worldly matter. So this knowledge of Vaashishtha Muni, that come on, wake up. What is that you are stuck? Do you bother so much about your dreams? You just see the dream and you wake up and you just drop it, just like a dream. Come on, wake up and see this entire world that you are actually thinking it's as a real is actually just not real. Asatya jag hai. This is just an mithya, maya. This is just an illusory imagination of someone, and you think that that is real, and then you get though so much sorrowful, you get so much angry on somebody, you want to possess something, you want to possess all the objects with you, you want to earn so much of money. What for? Come on, wake up to the reality. In no time you are losing time. Any point of time that death can come and gulp you. It has gulped many people in the past. Irrespective of whether they are poor or they are rich, whether they are famous or non-famous, whether they are male or female. That is an alarming. That is an wake up call. That come on, wake up. At least wake up now. See this world as not real. No, then all these things, whatever we saw, all these vishaya, those senses and their attractions, and all this shandripus, this greed, this attachment, this entanglement, this jealousy, all these things seems to be very unreal to us. The thing which we think so real, they start appearing to be unreal. So if we see something as unreal, do we really bother about it? Does that really matter to you? Does that so much of money or not having money matters to you? No, it's okay that you have a body, you got to give it a food and then you are earning for that. Okay, you have some requirements, you want to go in a car or you want to go in a bike. No, whatever your little bit of things here and there, it's okay to have that. But does your mind actually satisfied with it? No, we have seen those moksha ke char dwar. Are you feeling contented? Or you are just in that rat race, in that acid rain, acid race, If you go to the corporate world, the people are just day and night and then working. They have become so workaholic. They do not have time to eat food. They do not have the time to talk to their loved ones. They do not have time to spend. They are all running. In this acid race, this rat race. Are you willing to take a pause? Are you willing to calm down? Are you willing to drop all these things for a moment so that at least you can meditate? Are you willing to drop everything? At least you can go for 30 minutes of walk. Are you willing to stop all these things, take a break, take a pause so that you can do your yoga, pranayama, meditation, so that at least your mind will calm down. At least your body will remain disease free. At least all these complexes, I am something, I am superior, I am great leader, or I am nothing, I am hopeless, getting into depression, all these things will stop. So these are the significance of this knowledge, that this world is just an unreal. Where are we stuck? No, it's in small thing. Someone said something and you will react, oh, I will not, ja tere se pure janam bhar baat nahi karunga. What is it that you will not talk for your entire your life? Somebody was so irritated, they did not sleep properly. They were irritated, they were in ignorance, and Jay came, just said something to you. What are those words that you are stuck with? No, they have changed. They are sleeping peacefully. You are boiling down. How can he say such things to me? How can she say such thing to me? How she dare? Don't you know that who I am? How he dare? Don't they know who I am? No, look at me. My collar tight. I have so much of money. What is that you are stuck? You are going to get finished in no time. No, any moment. You can just look at we have COVID going on. Now we see so many things disappear, very loved one, dear one to us. No, we can't do anything. All that we say, we can only pray. That's how life is. What is that you are stuck into? Just see this entire world as non-real. You will be free from this. That is where Vaashishtha Muni is telling Rama, look, just merge this drashya and drashta, the one who is a ultimate observer. Let us dissolve this entire scenery, this drashya, into the one who is here, into the one who is ultimate observer. And you will notice that all this sorrow, all this depression, this ego, all this name, fame, all this entanglement, attachment, jealousy, greed, all these things will just disappear, just like a dream disappears as the moment you wake up. You are Jagrut, you are aware, and the dream disappears. Just like that, all these things will diminish in your life. Very beautiful, no? This knowledge, how we can use it in practical day-to-day routine life. So now let us look, इसका थोड़ा हिंदी में भी हम लोग अनुवाद देख लेते हैं, और इसके बाद में we'll just look Hindi translation also, and then we will pick up the questions and we'll open the session for our discussion. तो कल हमने देखा कि किस प्रकार वशिष्ठ मुनि प्रभु रामचंद्र जी को उत्पत्ति के प्रकरण के बारे में बताते हैं. तो कहते हैं कि यह उत्पत्ति का जो स्वरूप है, यह वहां से शुरुआत होता है कि किस तरह से हम लोग अपने एक जो नहीं जानते, जो चैतन्य स्वरूप आत्मा है, उसको हम लोग जानते तो नहीं है, लेकिन उसको जस्ट हम लोग उसका अनुभव लेते हैं, अलग अलग कई नामों से उसको पुकारते हैं. शिव कहते हैं, ब्रह्म कहते हैं, चैतन्य कहते हैं, आत्मा कहते हैं, अवेयरनेस कहते हैं, कॉन्शियसनेस कहते हैं, पता नहीं किन किन नामों से हम इसको पुकारते हैं, लेकिन वो क्या है हम लोग अभी ठीक से जानते नहीं है. उसको उनको एक दिन भ्रम हो जाता है कि मैं कुछ तो हूँ, आई एम समथिंग. वो आ जाता है अहंकार वहां पे कि मैं कुछ हूँ. आज तो मैं कुछ है ही नहीं, बट लगता है कि मैं कुछ हूँ. एंड देन उस मैं कुछ हूँ को समझने के लिए कोहम कोहम कोहम, मैं कौन हूँ, मेरे जीवन का पर्पस क्या है, मेरा स्वरूप क्या है, इसके पीछे लग जाते हैं. उसको फिर अनुभव में लाने के लिए अपने ही कल्पना से एक आकाश रूप इधर कर लेते हैं, स्पेस कर लेते हैं। वहीं से फिर ओम का नाद होता है, ओम के नाद से फिर वो स्वर बन जाते हैं, अक्षर बन जाते हैं, उसी से शब्द बन जाते हैं, उस शब्दों को फिर अर्थ देने लगते हैं कल्पना में ही। उसी से फिर मन करते हैं, कल्पना में ही मन को बना लेते हैं, और वो मन फिर इस सृष्टि की उत्पत्ति करता है, वो भी काल्पनिक, कि ऐसा है वैसा है, ये 5 एलिमेंट है, पंचमा भूत है, इससे फिर पृथ्वी बन रही है, इससे फिर वो बन रहा है, इससे फिर सूर्य बन रहा है, इससे ये एलिमेंट आ रहे, इससे ये आकाश गंगाएं बन रही। सब विश्वों की ये उत्पत्ति मनो ही मन में कर देते हैं, मनो में मन में। तो इसलिए यहाँ पे फिर उसी से सारे जो देश और काल और अविद्या और फिर अपने अस्तित्व के सारे स्तर और फिर वो नारायण ब्रह्मा, ऑल दिस जो कल मैंने डिटेल में देखा, ये सब पिक्चर में आ जाते हैं मन ही मन में ना। एक एक स्वप्न के बाद ही काल्पनिक ही ये सब कुछ सृष्टि का निर्माण हो जाता है। तो बोलते वो जो आकाशज जो रहता है, जो हम लोग जिसको जानते नहीं है उसको थोड़ा भ्रम होता है, और वो जो आकाशज की उत्पत्ति कर देते हैं उसके कोई कर्म नहीं होते हैं, हाँ, उसका कोई कार्य कारण भाव नहीं होता है, वो कोई कर्म नहीं करता। आकाश कोई कर्म करता है क्या? आकाश के कोई कर्म नहीं करते। तो इसलिए जब वो मृत्यु होता है, उनका प्राण हरने के लिए जाता है, तो उनका प्राण हर ही नहीं पाता, बिकॉज वहां पे कोई ऐसा है ही नहीं। वो सिर्फ वो एक आकाश स्वरूप है। उसी को यहाँ पे जो अतिवाहिक शरीर जो है, जो मन के रूप में अतिवाहिक शरीर जो है, उसी को यहाँ पे ब्रह्मदेव कहा गया है। तो बोलते उसका कोई मृत्यु ही नहीं है, हाँ, वो बस ऐसे ही होता है। जब भी ऐसा कुछ मृत्यु उनको लेने की कोशिश करता है, तो वो यमा उनको बार बार यही उपदेश बताते हैं। ऐसा वशिष्ठ मुनि प्रभु रामचंद्र को समझाते हैं कि ये सारा का सारा जो वर्ल्ड है ये असत्य है, ये मिथ्या है, इसे तुम समझ लो, इसे तुम जान लो। तो फिर प्रभु रामचंद्र जी भी इंटेलिजेंट रहते हैं, प्रश्न पूछते हैं कि आपने जो बताया कि ब्रह्मदेव एक अतिवाहिक है, सूक्ष्म है, सकल है, तो वो तो मैं समझ गया, लेकिन बोलते हैं कि ऐसे कैसे हो गया, ऐसा कैसे हो गया कि उनका ये नहीं है। तो जैसे हम लोग होते हैं कि हमारा जो है पंचमहाभूत से यह शरीर बनता है, इसको आदि भौतिक शरीर हम लोग कहते हैं, आदि भौतिक देह है इसको कहते हैं। तो अपने तो संचित कर्म होते हैं, इसी की वजह से हम लोग अपने चक्कर में फंस जाते हैं। जन्म मृत्यु का जो चक्र चलता है, विशेष लाइफ साइकिल जो चल रहा है, उसमें हम लोग अटक जाते हैं। तो बोलते ब्रह्मदेव का कैसा है फिर? तो वशिष्ठ मुनि यहाँ पे बताते हैं, देखो ब्रह्मदेव के कार्य कारण का, उनके जन्म का कोई ऐसे कोई पर्टिकुलर आवश्यक यही नहीं है, उनके कोई कर्म ही नहीं है, वो जस्ट ऐसे ही उनकी उत्पत्ति कर दीजिए ऐसे ही इमेजिनेशन में कल्पना की कर दी। तो कहते हैं फिर कैसे इसको ये करे, तो उनके कोई कर्म ही नहीं है। तो कर्म अगर नहीं है तो फिर कैसे उनको मृत्यु होगी नो। तो बोलते जो जीव होते हैं जो यहाँ पे होते हैं, उनके तो वो संचित कर्म होते हैं, उसकी वजह से वो सब उनका पुनः पुनः जब वो अंतिम समय आता है, उसको जो भी इमेजिन कर लेते हैं, जो भी मन में थॉट आ जाते हैं, वही स्वरूप को धारण कर लेते हैं, और फिर से इसमें भोगने के लिए फिर से वही लाइफ को, दूसरी लाइफ को कंटिन्यू करते रहते। इस तरह से यहाँ पे प्रभु रामचंद्र जी को वशिष्ठ मुनि बताते। अच्छा चलो, ये बात समझ लिया, ये बात देख लिया, प्रभु रामचंद्र जी ने प्रश्न भी पूछ लिया, मान लिया कि चलो ये जग है ही नहीं, अस्तित्व ही नहीं है, ये तो इसका तो कोई स्वरूप ही नहीं है। इसका फिर अपने प्रैक्टिकल में जीवन में उपयोग क्या करें ना, हाउ टू प्रैक्टिकली यूज दिस नॉलेज ना, इसका क्या लाभ हमारे जीवन जीते समय, इस किस्से में क्या लाभ होगा। तो किस प्रकार का जीवन हम लोग जीते हुए दिखाई देते हैं अक्सर। क्या होता है, हम लोग अपनी डेली के रूटीन के लाइफ में पूरी तरह से अपना डेली रूटीन चलते रहता है। इतना आप देखो कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में जाते हो, देखो तो कितना एसिड रेस, नो दिस रैट रेस की तरह सब लोग ऐसे पड़े हुए, प्रमोशन चाहिए, चाहिए वो चाहिए, पता नहीं खाना खाने का भी समय नहीं मिलता है, पता नहीं कितना उसमें लगे रहते हैं, दिन रात उसी में लगे रहते हैं। ना खाना खाने का समय है, ना अपने शरीर की तरफ ध्यान देने का समय है, ना अपने बीवी बच्चों के साथ बिताने का समय है। कोई प्रेम से बैठने के लिए टाइम नहीं है, इधर उधर कुछ थोड़ा बहुत घूमने के लिए टाइम नहीं है ना, अपने शरीर की तरफ ध्यान देने के लिए टाइम नहीं है, योग प्राणायाम मेडिटेशन में करने के लिए टाइम मिल नहीं रहा है। अरे भाई कर क्यों रहे हो ये सब कुछ? थोड़ा बैठो, थोड़ा देखो नो। तो बोलते कि ये सब कुछ है। देन इसके बाद में और क्या होता है नो, ये जो अपना जो 5 सेंसेस है, जो विषयों के माध्यम से इसको बोला गया, इससे मिलने वाले जो टेम्पररी सुख है, जो लगता है कि आनंद बाहर से मिल रहा है, वो तो लेकिन होता तो अंदर ही है, उस टेम्पररी सुख में अटक जाते हैं। फिर रिजल्ट क्या होता है? तो फिर कोई छोटी सी बात हो गई तो आप रिया कर देते हो, छोटी सी बात हो गई तो गुस्सा कर देते हो, छोटी सी कोई बात होगी वो काम क्रोध लोभ मद मोह मत्सर, ये जो षण रूपी है, इसमें हम लोग अटकते हुए दिखाई देते हैं, दुखी हो जाते हैं, या तो खुद को कुछ बहुत कुछ समझते हैं बहुत बड़ा, या तो खुद को तुच्छ समझते हैं, कॉम्प्लेक्स में फंस जाते हैं। दुख का, डिप्रेशन का, स्ट्रेस का, टेंशन का अनुभव होता है, और फिर वो मन में होता है, फिर वो मन अशांत होके फिर वो शरीर के ऊपर भी दिखाई देता है, फिर वो शरीर के फिर वो चर्म रोग होते हैं, फिर हेयर फॉल होता है, ओबेसिटी आती है, और शरीर के कितने सारे कैंसर, कम्युनिकेबल एंड नॉन कम्युनिकेबल डिसीज के हम लोग शिकार हो जाते हैं। इम्यूनिटी आपकी ठीक से हो नहीं पाती, ठीक से आप सो नहीं पाते हो। क्यों? ये सब क्यों कर रहे हो भाई? किस चीज के लिए करो? बहुत पैसा कमाना है, क्या करोगे इतना पैसा कमा के? क्या आवश्यकता होती है अपनी? कितनी नीड्स होती है? हम बोलते यह ज्ञान जो वशिष्ठ मुनि ने आज प्रभु रामचंद्र जी को बताया कि यह जो यूनिवर्स है, यह सब मिथ्या है, यह सब असत्य है, ये सब जस्ट स्वप्न के भांति है, जस्ट ड्रीम ना। इस ज्ञान को जब जीवन में लाते हैं, समझते हैं, तो पता लगता है कि अरे किसी भी समय मृत्यु आके आपको उठा के लेके जा सकता है। किस चीज के पीछे दौड़ रहे हो? थोड़ा रुक तो जाओ, थोड़ा योगा प्राणायाम मेडिटेशन तो कर लो, थोड़ा प्यार से बात तो कर लो अपनों से नो, थोड़ा ठहर जाओ नो, थोड़ा थाम लो अपने आप को, टेक अ पॉज नो, यू आर जस्ट रनिंग 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 without taking a pause. Take a pause. This is just a dream. This is just a mithya. No, this is just an unreal world. What is that you are running after it? No, what is it that love, peace, joy? You have to possess everything. You have to possess. आपको वो बिल्कुल अपना करके रखना है. No, you are only my dear and loved ones. सिर्फ तुम मुझसे ही प्यार करो, किसी और की तरफ देखो ही मत. क्या possess करने लग जाते हैं अपने पार्टनर को? नो क्या पजेस करने लग जाते हैं ऑब्जेक्ट्स को, आजू बाजू जो होते हैं, मेरा कार, मेरा घर, मेरा कपड़ा, मेरा ये, मेरा वो शोरूम में तो तब तक तो अपना अपना मेरा नहीं लगता, बस वहां पे आके अपने कपाट के अंदर आ जाता है तो आपको अपना लग जाता है। फिर वो आप पहने या ना पहने, 2-2 साल तक एक कपड़ा पहनते नहीं, घर में खरीद के रख लेते हैं अलमारी में, बोलते हैं मेरा कपड़ा, मेरा कपड़ा। एक कार है, नहीं दूसरी चाहिए, दूसरी नहीं तीसरी चाहिए नो। वो जो पेस्ट्री वाला दिखाते हैं ना नो, अक्सर होता है, देखते हैं, उसने हार खरीदा इसलिए मेरे को चाहिए, उसने अच्छी साड़ी खरीदी इसलिए मेरे को चाहिए। कम ऑन, यू ऑलरेडी हैव इट। बहुत सारे तो ऑलरेडी पड़े हुए हैं आपके पास, नहीं दिखावे के लिए, सिर्फ अपना स्टेटस को मेंटेन करने के लिए चाहिए। क्या स्टेटस, क्या फेम? किसके पास टाइम है भाई तुम्हारे बारे में सोचने के लिए? Who has time for you to think? Come on, wake up. This knowledge is a wake up call. Come on, wake up. जागो। यहाँ पे वशिष्ठ मुनि बोल रहे देखो ये सब मिथ्या है, क्या इसमें फंसे हो आप? थोड़ा इससे बाहर निकलो, अपने आप पे ध्यान दो। क्या है जीवन का सही मायना, क्या है जीवन का असली पर्पस, उसको तो पहचानो, उसकी तरफ तो थोड़ा ध्यान दो। कई सारे जन्मों के बाद यह मनुष्य जन्म मिलता है, वो मुक्ति मोक्ष कौन है, क्या पर्पस है, इसकी तरफ तो थोड़ा ध्यान दो, इसकी तरफ तो देखो। बाकी सारी चीजें तो यही पे ऐसे ही, कितना भी कमाओ, कितना भी कुछ भी करो, वो सब छूट के जाने वाला है, कुछ भी साथ में नहीं आएगा। थोड़ा ठहर जाओ, थोड़ा देखो, थोड़ा अपना समय निकालो, थोड़ा सेवा में लग जाओ। एक्सप्रेस योर लव टुवर्ड्स दैट डिविनिटी, एक्सप्रेस योर लव टुवर्ड्स द ह्यूमैनिटी। थोड़ा तो रुक जाओ, थोड़ा तो ठहर जाओ। इस तरह से जब देखते हैं तो ये जो मिथ्या दुख जो हमें होता है नो, ये जो बाकी के सारे जो चंद्रिपु जो हमें अपने को निगलते हुए दिखते हैं, इतना अपने पर हावी हो जाते हैं, बोलते इससे होने वाला दुख हमको अनरियल लगने लगता है। किसी के वचन जो होते, किसी के ओपिनियंस होते हैं, एक पकड़ के बैठ जाते, किसी ने कुछ आके बोल दिया तो ले जा, तेरा मुख नहीं देखूंगा, जा तेरे पूरी जिंदगी में तुझसे बात नहीं करूंगा। कम ऑन, वो बंदे ने बेचारे ने ठीक से नींद नहीं होती है, वो आके कुछ तो बोल दिया, अपने कुछ स्ट्रेस में रहेगा, टेंशन में रह गया, उसने अपने अंदर की गंदगी उगल के आपके ऊपर डाल दी, आपने तो पकड़ लिया मेरी गंदगी करके। मेरा स्ट्रेस पकड़ के बैठ गए हो, तो उसने तो छोड़ दिया, वो तो आराम से सो रहा है, आप भी तो थोड़ा आराम से सो लो, क्या पकड़ के लेके बैठ जाओ, क्या इतना है ना, ओपिनियन चेंज हो जाते, शरीर चेंज हो जाते, आप उसको पकड़ के लेके बैठ गए। बोलते ये नॉलेज जब आता है कि ये सब मिथ्या है, ये सब वर्ल्ड अनरियल है, then you wake up to the reality। और बिल्कुल जो दृश्य होता है, जो दृष्टा होता है, वो दृष्टा में जब ये दृश्य विलीन हो जाता है, एक रूप हो जाता है, तब ये अपने आप ये सारे दुख आपको छोड़ के भाग जाते हैं। जो बचता क्या है, वही चिदानंद स्वरूप, वही चिदानंद आत्मा। तो शिवोहम वही बचता है। Wake up to the reality. That is what is the practical application of this knowledge when we live our day-to-day routine। तो ये सत्र को भी आपके लिए हम लोग खुला कर देते हैं, आप खुद ही अपने आप को अनम्यूट करके इसके बारे में कुछ प्रश्न है तो प्रश्न भी पूछ सकते हैं। यदि आपको कुछ व्यक्त होना है, आपका अनुभव शेयर करना है, तो वो भी आप कर सकते हैं। इट्स ओवर टू यू। जय गुरु। I would like to open this session for all of you. If you'd like to express something, contribute your experience, or if you have any question and answer, you are welcome to contribute. Unmute option is already been made open. You will be able to unmute on your own. Yes, Sushaji. Yeah. Hello.
I had hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. I just had a need for a bit of a clarification. When the other day when we had our wonderful guest speaker, he was talking about the fact of dreaming, and he said he recounted a little story of when he went back to his childhood home, I believe, and saw that everything was totally different than what he remembered. And he was saying how, you know, let's remind ourselves this is in a dream. So I wondered if you could clarify, what is the difference between a dream and a memory?
Right, let's look into more details about it. Now, the one which is a seer, that ultimate observer, or whatever who is seeing all these things, for it doesn't really matter whether it is actually coming from the outside senses. Let's look at it a little bit from a scientific perspective. How do we perceive things? There are some receptors in our body. Yeah. So what these receptors are doing, either as a sense of touch, other as a sense of sight, or there is a eardrum here which vibrates and we listen. All these things. These are all external signals that are coming to us. Via where? Via all these receptors, what we call that as a five senses. There are all these five senses are there. There are five things, like your ear is there, your nose is there, mouth is there, your skin is there, your sight is there. All these things. Through those five senses, we perceive the world, external world. Now, the one who is experiencing this or perceiving this external world, to it does not matter whether that signals are coming from outside or you are just being fed with that information. Even when your eyes are closed, you are imagining it in the form of a dream. It actually, the one which is experiencing the dream, it experiences the same thing. It doesn't matter to it. To explain this further, the scientists explained us in those movie also, that they fit that if I fit between this sensory system, the nervous system which communicates to your brain, and your brain, in between I just put a chip. a chip, small neuro chip. And if that neuro chip creates some experiences of a pain, of a joy, your brain will actually perceive it as it is, although it's nothing. No? See, that is what exactly happens when there was a person who was having expertise in anesthesia. Yeah. So what happened? What did they do? You have been given an anesthesia. Your eyes are wide open. The doctor is cutting your own body, and you don't feel the pain. Why not? Why you don't feel the pain? Because they have given you anesthesia. All these signals are not reaching to your brain at all. No, it is kind of in a coma. No, badir kar dete bolte usko. And because of the anesthesia, it doesn't feel anything. On the contrary, whatever the things that we feel, either from the outside world or from your dream, or probably there is an intermediate device. That is exactly what is called as virtual reality. What happens in virtual reality? There's something, there is a device on your eyes. Practically nothing is there, and you still experience that as a real world. You experience as if you're driving the aeroplane. That is exactly what they do in this flight training. If you have done the flight training, or there are even games available, and if you just buy those virtual reality objects and those things, you put it on your those glasses, and you feel that you're actually flying a plane. You're actually, that is how they do the simulation. That is what they have simulated the entire environment as if it is a real. And they get on the chair that they are sitting on, they get the same experience. So the one which is brain, it does not differentiate between the dream or the outer world. For it doesn't matter.
Yes.
It gives you the same experience. But what this experience, either the world which seems to be real outside, as well as the dream that we see as a dream. Now this outer world is being seen as a dream by somebody. What we call that as that ultimate observer. It is just his dream we are living. So we are just imaginary character in his dream. So this is called as yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. If you have any questions, or if you would like to contribute, here you can unmute yourself and then we can discuss it. किसी के मन में कुछ प्रश्न है तो जरूर आप अनम्यूट करके उसके बारे में चर्चा कर सकते हैं. Sangeeta ji, would you like to?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I would love to talk something, but I was just waiting if they have any questions so that we can answer their question. That was my point, actually.
Yeah, I agree. You can continue. They can ask. That's okay. You can continue.
Yeah, thank you, Someshwar.
I have a question.
Yes, yes.
My question is, you told me it is only in the mind that we are thinking it is like this, everything is unreal. But when we have some serious illness, body pain, vagara, like I have knee joint pain, so even though I am giving training, like मैं सोचती हूँ कि everything will be okay. Yes, the pain is not there. I will come out of it. फिर भी कम नहीं होता है ना? Then why it is so?
हाँ, देखो इसको अनुभव करने के लिए ना, I'll give you 2 examples. And you would have yourself would have experienced one of them. So the one experience that I'm telling you is of a soldier. Look at those soldiers that we have observed in a movie, and we look at those even recently we have celebrated Independence Day on 15th of August. Then there are many stories of the braveries of a soldier that we saw. What happens to them? How come they are able to, despite of there is a pain, how can they wake up and then they get up and then again go and fight? What happens to pain that point of time? No, their man ki shakti, that point of their mind is so powerful, so powerful. What are the physical abilities of the body? No, they just overcome. One example. Second example, look at those people who are in Olympics. No, how much they do. No, at that one point of time, they are so much engrossed into it. No, when we see that there are so many people at the age of 75, 80, they can do all the exercises, no, all the athletics and all that. You can watch those videos. From where that power actually comes. No, how come they do not feel the pain of that body? That mind. The third example probably you can see it's the same body. Here we sit for 10-minute meditation and it pains here, and then you start doing like this.
माइंड ट्रेन क्यों नहीं होता? इवन दो कितना पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड है, so much positively we are thinking, then also why it is not happening? ये मेरा प्रश्न है.
Yes, let's come to that also. उसके बारे में भी बात करते हैं. So what happens when you have a marriage at home and you continuously day and night you continue to work? It's the same body. It's the same you. In a marriage you continue to work for 2-3 days and this body supports you. From where that power comes to you? So it is the power of your mind which is much more powerful than your just this body and this pain. And at one point of time they just drop this pain. It's okay, it's paining, it's okay, I don't care, I have something bigger to achieve, so I don't mind. No, and then just you just let go that pain. Now coming back to your question, why this happens, despite of being so much of positive thinking, why it doesn't happen? So let me give you let me ask you a question. If you have a slate, black नहीं होता blackboard, and और बच्चों के पास होता है ना slate होता है, उसके ऊपर if you just draw one line like this, no, with that pencil जो भी होता है आपका ना chalk, and I give you a duster and I'll ask you, okay, go and erase it. Will you be able to erase it easily? Yes, Mansi?
Yes, sir. I can erase it with the duster. No?
Yes, we can easily erase it with a duster. Now I'll give you another action just to experience it. There is a stone, और बोलते हैं there is ऐसे बहुत ऐसे गहरी एक रेशा खींच दी है, no, पत्थर पे जो लकीर बोलते हैं वो, and then I give it a duster and go and wipe it out. Will you be able to do it?
No.
Why?
वो लकीर अलग है sir. This powdered, it is a different.
हाँ, करेक्ट. माने कितना गहरा घाव है उसको वाइप आउट करने के लिए. ऐसा नहीं कि वो लकीर जाएगी नहीं, उसको घिसते रहो, कुछ देर के बाद वो जरूर वो लकीर जाएगी, जरूर टाइम लगेगा. तो डिपेंड करता है कि हम कितना पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग कर रहे हैं और उससे हम लोग हासिल क्या करना चाहते हैं. अच्छा, मैं बैठ के पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग करता हूँ. आई एम सिटिंग लाइक दिस. ओके, आई वांट टू बिल्ड अ सिक्स पैक, आई वांट टू बिल्ड अ मसल. पॉजिटिव थिंक हो जाएगा क्या?
नहीं होगा.
You go to the gym, you have to do that exercise, physical thing. Certain things happens because of your efforts. You got to put that effort. Are we putting this effort? Yes. Are we putting that so that required effort to achieve that result? That is one thing. That could be one of the reason why we do not tend to see the result. Second possibility, that it could be that whatever the seed that you are sowing, no, it takes some time to give the fruit of that. Suppose if you put a sprout of moong ko dal do, and then next day you just keep them and it will sprout the next day. You sow the mango seed, it will take years for it. No, it will become the big tree and then it will start giving the fruit of that. Certain actions take some amount of time to give the fruits of those actions. Certain action gives the fruits later, after some time. Till that point of time, don't think that it's not actually giving. If you have sown the seed, either today or tomorrow, you'll definitely reap the fruit of that, good fruit of that. This could be another reason. The third reason could be that whatever the sanchit karmas are there, the past karmas are there, that is called as impressions, is what we refer in the scientific world. Those are the impressions, those are the chemicals formed in your brain. They are called neuropeptides. And हम लोग इसको स्पिरिचुअल की भाषा में, योग वाशिष्ठ की भाषा में हम लोग उसको बोलते हैं संस्कार. अभी आपने कुछ संस्कार करके रखे हैं कि मुझे 7 बजे 9 बजे तक सोना है, मुझे तो वो ठीक से ब्रश नहीं करना है, मुझे गंदा रहना है. अब ये जो संस्कार बहुत 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 गहरे हैं, तो उससे बाहर निकलने के लिए कितने गहरे संस्कार है, उतना लेवल का एफर्ट आपको डालना पड़ेगा। और वो एफर्ट अभी तक इतना डाला नहीं गया है, तो वो संस्कार नहीं जाते। इसलिए अपने बोलते हैं ना, हम लोग तो पॉजिटिव थिंकिंग कर रहे हैं, लेकिन वो फिर से छूट क्यों नहीं रहा है? तो ये उसका तीसरा पॉसिबल रीजन हो सकता है कि कितने गहरे संस्कार है, कितने जन्मों से वही चीज करते आ रहे, अभी सडनली उसको छोड़ना है। कितने जन्मों से इस जगत को सत्य मानते आ रहे, अभी सडनली किसी ने बता दिया कि ये जगत असत्य है, अनरियल है, क्या सडनली उसको मान पाएंगे? ये मैं इसको बॉटल को उठा लेता हूँ, मैं अपने बोलूंगा कि ये उंगली है मेरी, ये उंगली मेरी यहाँ पे जाएगी, इस बॉटल के अंदर से घुस, ऐसे रुकेगी नहीं, इसके अंदर से चली जाएगी। क्या आप उसको स्वीकारोगे? इमीडिएटली स्वीकारोगे? साइंस तो स्वीकारता है इसको, क्वांटम फिजिक्स, क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स तो इसको मानता है। इस तरह से सो डिपेंड करता है कि वेयर डू वी स्टैंड। यदि आपको दिल्ली पहुंचना है, तो आप दिल्ली के लिए बॉम्बे में बैठे हो या न्यूयॉर्क में बैठे हो, जानना पड़ेगा, देखना पड़ेगा। एंड देन यू कॉल, आस्क फॉर द टिकट, आई वांट अ टिकट फ्रॉम मुंबई टू दिल्ली, और आई वांट अ टिकट फ्रॉम न्यूयॉर्क टू दिल्ली।
ओके सर, ओके,
यस, गुड। हाँ, और कुछ प्रश्न है तो पूछ लीजिए, नहीं तो फिर संगीता जी अपना शेयरिंग शुरू करेंगे। हाँ, मीनाक्षी जी बोलिए। मीनाक्षी जी, आप कुछ कहना चाहते हैं? We are not able to hear you. Are you speaking? Okay, शायद कुछ टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम है। संगीता जी आप कंटिन्यू करें, मीनाक्षी जी प्रश्न पूछ लेंगे। हाँ, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Someshwar ji. You have explained it so beautifully, you know. And I would love our audience here to, you know, on the camera, so that we can just have a look at their beautiful smiles also. Yeah, can you on the camera? Yeah, that is so nice, Sushma ji, Anaka ji. Yes, Sanjay ji can on it. Yes, yeah, yeah. So nice looking at you all. तो ऐसे लगता है कि we are just, you know, just talking, है ना? So if you like it, you can just put a thumbs up or a reaction, anything. So it looks more better, right? Oh,
yes,
thank you.
yes.
It gives enthusiastic to that person who's talking, you know, actually, नहीं तो डल पड़ जाते हैं, हम खुद ही पड़ जाते हैं. Oh, nice, see there. Now from tomorrow, everybody is going to on the video and sit down. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
And they hear you also. That is so nice. So this is Someshwar ji ne bataya. It is so beautifully explained, you know, everything that he did. So nice. And we don't have much questions also, isn't it? It's all clear in our mind. Set ho gaya. Okay. So we will take another, you know, a different, I would love to talk a bit more on a different topic like today, because same things doesn't give you that charm of repeating it, right? So all of you all are there with me? Yeah, very good. That's nice. So what would you say if I tell you I have seen a very wonderful, beautiful, you know, suspense thriller movie in the theater? Yeah, and I would like to say the story and the suspense to all of you. Would you like to listen? Or would you choose to go and see the suspense in the picture? What is going on? What would you say? आप मेरे से सुनना चाहेंगे स्टोरी, या आप थिएटर में सुनना चाहेंगे, जाके देखना चाहेंगे कि सस्पेंस क्या है? थिएटर में देखना चाहेंगे? Yeah, right, very good. Yeah, Sushma ji is also saying the same thing. Now what happens? The minute you go in the theater, you start looking at the posters. पहले तो रास्ते पे ही देखते हैं डायरेक्टर कौन है, एक्टर कौन है, वो अच्छा इसने बनाया है, मतलब इसका जो पिक्चर है ना वो ऐसा 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 ही चलता है. हमने देखा है, you know, like those pictures we have seen, like race and all. We know what it is. So we start predicting. Oh, अच्छा, मतलब this actor is also there. It means what? This is going to be like this only, right? Don't we predict that? Predictions आ जाता है मन में. फिर हम थोड़ा थिएटर में टिकट लेके अंदर जाते हैं, थिएटर में जाते हैं. थिएटर के ऑल राउंड अलग अलग पोस्टर्स होते हैं, थोड़े डिफरेंट होते हैं. जो बाहर रास्ते पे देखते हैं वो बोर्ड्स थोड़े डिफरेंट होते हैं. फिर देखते हैं, फिर अच्छा, मींस दिस इज डूइंग, ही इज डूइंग लाइक दिस, मींस ही इज गोइंग टू डू लाइक दिस ओनली. He's doing like this. Matlab this heroine is doing like this means what? She's going to do like this only. Again, mind works on. Now, bell rings. You go and sit in the theater, in the auditorium. Now what happens? This picture starts. The scenes are going on. So within first 2-3 scenes, you say, oh, I know what the end is. Come on, I just know it. This is going to be the end. अभी वो रास्ते से चलती नहीं है पिक्चर, कुछ और रास्ते से चल जाती है. Then you say, अच्छा, now I came to know who's this behind all this. I know very well. फिर मोड़ आ जाता है, पिक्चर नहीं चलती है वैसे. फिर अपने फ्रेंड से पूछते हैं, can you guess what is going on? I am not getting it only. I'm trying to come to that end. What is going to happen? What is a suspense? Now, who is going to do all this? But I'm not getting to the point. Friend says, even I don't know. Again, you come back. Okay. ठीक है, chalo, wait, watch, let's see what is happening. Then again, some prediction comes up. You say, oh, now I know exactly what is going to be the end. But that doesn't happen. Something else happens. And then when that end comes to you, and when you get up the end and you come out, you say, wow, what a picture. Don't you say that? How many of you will say that? Yeah, yes. Why will you say that? Come on, tell me. It's because something has come out beyond your imaginations. Till you could imagine, you had that suspense, that end, and that everything in your mind set. Now something else comes out. Oh my God, that is what is called, what Gurudev says to that, it's the wow effect. Oh my God, this has happened like this. I didn't realize only. Then you go on telling everybody, this movie is so good. You just go and watch that movie. Something different is there in that. And what happens? They also listen to you. They go and watch it. Right? Exactly. We have lost the, what is called that fantastic suspense thriller. That we have lost in our life. And what we are doing, what I am here today, what I'm going to do tomorrow there, that is the result. You see the end result and then you walk towards that. And then what happens? It becomes very boring because you know what is the result. And then you don't feel like putting your 100% efforts in that, right? We know this is the result, what is going to happen. But what happens if it is a suspense for you? What will happen? Won't you give your 100% to that? Are you agreeing with me? Are you there? Yes, I can see. Yes, I can see the thumbs up. So it's so good, isn't it? You all agree with me. So that is what happens, in our life also. Our life becomes so monotonous now, so monotonous. Malum hai, yahi karna hai. And then all these things take you in the depression, lower moods, lower frequencies. And then you just go on, okay. Just, going on, coming. What we call that in Hindi is, kolu ke bell ki tarah ghumte rahe. He doesn't have any suspense. He doesn't have any thriller in his life. Thrilling and scenes also. But what happens? Something where you don't expect anything and it comes up. Then how you feel? Isn't it? So are we all ready to go in that way? Yeah? Shalakaji, thank you. Yeah? Are we all ready to go in that way in our life? Something, you just leave, you just do it. And then let's see what happens, what comes up. So there is a bell ring, and I'll just be back because otherwise they'll ring another bell.
It was really beautiful, wonderful story sharing from Sangeeta ji. So while Sangeeta ji joins us back, Sachin ji, would you like to say a few words?
There is nothing to share right now. You have already spoken. I think Sangeeta ji is there. Later, yes, complete this.
So what happens in our life? We go to the astrologers. क्या होगा मेरे लाइफ में 10 साल के बाद क्या होगा 20 साल के बाद क्या होगा and then he prepares a horoscope for you actually 10 साल में इतना होगा 20 साल में इतना होगा and then we follow that but we are not ready again for that suspense and that thrill Isn't it? Do you agree with me? And then what happens? Something little miserable thing happens and the whole thing just goes off. You're not ready for anything. But what is if we really get, oh wow, this is happening, this is coming up, this is so nice. I'm inviting somebody, but somebody is not, taking my invitation. So what? Are we ready to say that so what to us? That will bring the thrill in your life. Because you know, now this road ends here. Now you need to take another one, isn't it? You take a U-turn, you take another turn, you go ahead, isn't it? That gives that enthusiasm in your life to go along. नहीं तो ठीक है बोल दिया हाँ कर दिया, it's okay, what is there, चलते रहो, it's okay, then you become very casual. But now your energy will change. That spark in you should be there. That is what is required. Are we all ready to have that? And that is Yog Vaashishtha. Ramchandra ji got that spark within him. He also came with all these answers. No? Kya hai, dream lagta hai, kaise kare. All these, again, it is a sign of, actually, I think so. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But what I have learned from my Reiki Master Lord, this is all helplessness. But when you come out of that, that gives you, that is what Someshwar ji said. That army man, even if he is wounded so much, but you can see him getting up and shooting that, whom he feels he is my enemy. Isn't it? He gets that josh from inside. So we should all have that spark of living, and then you see the life how it is. And it becomes very nice. Full of thrills means what? Just like as he said, when you go into those auditoriums, you're just sitting there. But those audio and visuals take you in a different mode, You will go in the New York, you will see everything, you will go up, or that zoom, that transformer, he comes, or that zoom of the Jhula also. You're sitting there only on that seat. Water will sprinkle on you. We have seen all these, in US, these shows which they show. It's beautiful. You're just sitting there, but everything keeps on happening to you. Yeah. So, yes, any question? So the ability to have the loss, what you have lost, that power of, enjoying that thrill, you should always get it back. Yeah, be it your life, be it your business, be it anything, let's have that and enjoy. How many of you all with me to enjoy this life as a thrill? Oh, yes. So we will name, instead of Yog Vaashishtha, thrill Yog Vaashishtha, we should name it. Yeah, Someshwar ji, then we'll get that thrill to get it. Right? So all the best to you in your life. And thank you, Someshwar ji, for allowing me to have this session and talk about what I felt today. I said, I'm going to talk this now. So till he says Hindi and English, I do some notes and I get myself.
दीदी मैं एक बात बोलना चाहती हूँ. Life is not boring for me. Every day is new for me. Every day.
Very good.
Every day is new
Very
for
good.
me. Every day. And variety comes from day. Every day.
Very nice.
New variety.
New.
Life never be boring.
No, it will never be boring because every moment is a new moment.
New.
And what it brings to you, you don't know. And you're ready for that. Isn't it?
Yes.
That is the point. Yes, very nice. I'm so happy, Ramaji. I have seen you in VTP also. I was there and you are amazing. Amazing. You are amazing soul. Really, I tell you.
Life never bores me.
No, good.
मैं लड़ाई में हारती नहीं कभी सेना जैसा.
हाँ.
Okay, thank you, Didi. Thank you, Didi.
So, any questions so far? Otherwise, over to you.
Didi, I have to leave for Rudashtakam. Didi,
I didn't get you.
I have to leave for Rudashtakam.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, thank you for joining. Jai Gurudev. Yes. Any questions on this, or shall we go to others, those who are waiting? Yeah. Okay. So good. Yes. So we will all wait for the suspense in our life. To get that thrill in us, isn't it? Thinking also gets a thrill, you know. Suspense के लिए wait तो ठीक है, लेकिन वो think करने से ही thrill आ जाता है, you know, that energy just rises. Mine too has rised. I don't know about others. Thank you very much, Someshwarji. Over to you.
Such a bubbling enthusiasm. Thanks
Yes,
for
for myself. So let's be that wow effect always, where Guruji says, wow, this has happened. Oh, wow. You know, go in the mirror and see, and you do that, and you see your energy, how it rises, just with one wow effect. It's like that. छोड़ देंगे ये सब छोटी छोटी पेटी पेटी बातें हैं, you know, हम कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे जो भी ऐसे नहीं लगता है आप लोगों को? Life is so big, you know. Just as Nakul ji said, this is not only what I am beyond all this, but plus much more. Why not to explore that? That is Yog Vaashishtha. That nothingness and that everything also. So it's such a, you know, good ride in your life. I feel so. Don't you feel it? Let's experience that. It'll be fun. Yes, Someshwarji, over to you.
very nice. Thank you so much, Sangeeta ji, for sharing that wonderful insight about what it means to you, Yog Vaashishtha. And it was really worth listening to that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Sachin ji, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Someshwarji. Thank you, Sangeeta for a really nice insight. And I think you have spoken very well on aspects. I just want to speak on some things, the practical aspect of Yog Vaashishtha. The first thing what you told, if this world is dream, then I think that is not a more thrilling thing in your life, because if this world is dream, then how you should behave in this world? Because at that very moment, if you think this world is a dream, you will lose all your clingings to your objects, your petty things, your small quarrels, and all these things, right? If you believe that if it is a dream, there will not be any such foolishness or something about anything. Yeah, as if it is just like a dropping of all your burden and all your stress at one point of time. It's just if you just think about this. The second thing is I would just like to highlight is that see about the Ushaji's question about seer, drashta, drushya, and the darshan. That means the seer and the instrument of knowledge and the object. So I think the very important thing to get the experience of anything is that your darshan, your drashta, that means the consciousness has to merge with the instrument of knowledge. That means it has to get in unison with your chitta. And then only you will be able to see the object and the knowledge of it. So uh, at many times we have observed this thing that we are doing something and you hear some noises, but you are not really listening to those. So why this happens? Because our mind, or you can say the seer or the drashta, is not attached or not in unison with the knowledge of instrument. So that tadatmya, or that you can say a merging of Atman with that chitta not happens. Okay. So when this happens and when the object is there, then through whole this process, you get that knowledge. Okay. So this is the normal stage, what we see in our day-to-day life. Okay. This is the Jagrut state or the awakened state. Okay. And in sleep, in dream, what happens? is that though Atman or your consciousness is attached with your chitta or ahankara or buddhi, or you can say knowledge of instrument of knowledge, the drushya is not there. Means the object is not there, but the unison of your Atman and your you can say instrument of knowledge is there. Okay. And the third stage, the sushupti or the samadhi state, is that where your Atman or your consciousness is not attached with the instrument of knowledge. Okay. And in that stage, whether the object is there or not, it doesn't matter, because it has not got the unison with the instrument of knowledge. So that tadatmya has to happen, and the object has to be there to get the complete experience. So if that tadatmya or the seer, what you can say, Atman is not attached with your instrument of knowledge, then you cannot see anything. Means even though your eyes are open, sometimes the thoughts are so much that you cannot, you never see the what is there in front of you, because eyes are not attached with your Atman. So that unison has to happen to get the complete experience. And I just want to highlight another point, is that so similarly, let us take example, the famous example of the snake on a rope. Okay, so what happens if any person sees a rope as a snake? Okay, then whatever amount of knowledge you tell him or whatever you tell him, he will not see it. He will see that rope as a snake only. Okay, only through some light or some thing, then if he gets that experience that snake is not there, but it's actually a rope. Okay, so what happens? He gets a new awareness. Okay, in that stage, if someone tells him that where is the snake gone, but the issue is, means the truth is, there was never a snake there. It was always a rope. Okay, so what this world we see is just like a snake. Okay, it is not a snake. It is always a Brahman, but what we see this as a snake, and that experience we have to get so that we come to the stage where we will see this as a Brahman. So when the snake disappears, what happens? The seer also gets disappear. Okay, so there is no seer and there is no seen as well. Okay, so if someone tells, can you if one gets the knowledge of that rope, can, if someone asks him where the seer has gone, who has saw that snake, so he told no, that seer was not already there. That is the stage of knowledge, or you can say enlightened souls, because once they understood that it's this is the Brahman, it is very difficult for them to understand the situation of which is not there. They will say it was never, it was there, snake was there already. So this is the situation, I think, with this. So just I want to contribute. Thanks.
Very wonderful analogy given by Sachin. You know, it makes it so clear. No, really amazing. Yeah, Ananga ji, Shalaka ji, Shishma ji, would you like to say a few things? Unmute कर लेते हैं आपको.
जय गुरुदेव सोमेश्वर जी. क्वेश्चन मन में आ जाता है और कहीं ना कहीं से आंसर मिल जाता है, इसीलिए मैं रोज सोचती हूँ, लेकिन आंसर मिल जाता है.
हाँ, ये तो होता ही है. हाँ, सुषमा जी, would you like to say something? Okay, अनगा जी, आपको कुछ बोलना है?
हे नॉलेज तुम्ही प्रत्यक्षात कसं आणायचं ते सांगितलं आणि संगीताजींनी कसं उत्सुकतेने आयुष्याकडे बघायचं तेही सांगितलं. ते दोन्ही खूप छान वाटलं.
Kusumji is there. Yeah. So some thrill should be there in your life. No, that is what it is. Depression आ जाता है, क्या है. Yes. Sanjay ji is also there. Kusum ji is there.
कुसुम जी आपका वीडियो अनम्यूट कर ले या वीडियो चालू कर ले और अनम्यूट कर ले. हाँ संजय जी बोलिए.
मैं वीडियो बंद करके बोलूं क्या, क्योंकि मैं नेट प्रॉब्लम है जरा.
कोई बात नहीं. हाँ वीडियो बंद करके भी बात कर सकते हो, कोई बात नहीं.
अभी हम नॉलेज के तरफ तो चल रहे, राइट है, लेकिन जीवन में नॉलेज के प्रति मतलब अवेयरनेस तो चाहिए, लेकिन जीवन तो भर भर के भी चित्र जीना चाहिए ना. मतलब अभी संगीता जी ने बोला और सचिन जी के भी जो एनालॉजी थी बहुत खूबसूरत लगी. तो इसमें जीवन में तो बस एक क्या बोलते हैं ना, एक सच्चिदानंद हर पल अनुभव करने के लिए हम ज्ञान को तो पाते ही है. ज्ञान के साथ साथ जीवन के जो पल है हमारे पास उसका भी एक्सपीरियंस हमने तो करना चाहिए ना. तो इसके लिए अभी सब जो हम इसका हमारा अगर स्वभाव पता चलना है, अगर हम एक अम्यूजिंग पार्क की अगर राइड करते हैं, समझो साइक्लोन जैसा एक राइड करते हैं, आप बैठते हो और जब वो मूविंग आता है और हम अपने आप को किस तरह से उस पर अनुभव करते हैं, इस पे हमारा स्वभाव ओपन हो जाता है. क्योंकि अगर हमने अपने आप को उस राइड में आसानी से छोड़ दिया तो हम बस इस प्रवाह में अपने आप को छोड़ना जानते हैं फिर, और इसमें तकलीफ कम होती है. अगर हम उसमें स्टिफ करके बैठ जाते हैं तो हमारे स्वभाव के जो बैरियर्स है उसमें पता चल जाते हैं. बहुत बार जिंदगी में तो बस अभी अब भगवान राम जी का अनुभव करते हैं जीवन, हम भगवान श्री कृष्ण का जीवन अनुभव करते हैं. वो तो ज्ञानी पहले से थे, लेकिन भगवान श्री कृष्ण का जीवन एक तो बस लीला से परिपूर्ण था. उन्होंने हर पल जीवन का एक आनंद लिया, मस्त लिया. ज्ञान तो था ही, लेकिन उन्होंने हर जीवन का जो एक्सपीरियंस किया, जो तरीके से अवेयरनेस के साथ जो किया, हर पल एक जीवन, एक समाज जीवन के सामने एक आदर्श रखा. एक खूबसूरत बातें सामने आई थी. हम भी नॉलेज के साथ अगर अवेयरनेस के साथ ये इस तरह से जीवन जीते हैं तो मुझे लगता है कि हम जीवन के सही राह पे चलेंगे. जस्ट इतना ही कहना चाहूँ. जय गुरुदेव.
थैंक यू सो मच संजय जी. हाँ यही बात आती है ना, बिल्कुल बढ़िया कहा आपने कि भाई ज्ञान में रहने का ये मतलब नहीं है कि आप ऐसे मरे मरे से ऐसे वो गंदे गंदे कपड़े पहन के वो गंदी बदबू आ रही है, वो चेहरे पे पता नहीं मुस्कुरा के हुए हाउ मच ऑफ टाइम हैज पास्ड नो दैट यू एवर स्माइल. That doesn't mean sannyas. That doesn't mean vairagi. So that is not the quality of sannyasi or vairagi. So it is that bubbling enthusiasm. Can't you see that in Sangeeta ji today? No, we are talking about Yog Vaashishtha and she took it so lightly and with the bubbling, that innocence of a child, that child which is there in all of us was bubbling today. It was just flowing through. No, haven't we seen that? Haven't we? Yeah. So it is like that. And if you see the Krishnas, like you said, no, what has happened with Krishna? How Krishna is depicted? No, Gurudev कहते हैं कि Krishna is depicted that his one leg is on the ground and his other leg is in the air. No, so he's taking life like that. He is grounded, at the same time he's open for the concept. He's open for the world. He's open for the newness. No, so he's not just standing like this. जड़ भोग के बैठ नहीं गए. No, his one is leg on the ground is still established and his one leg is in the air, means he is open, he is dancing, he's just enjoying this life, but without getting attached to it. No, he is still open, he is just completely detached. No? So that has to be there. So then you can smile, then you can, without attachment also you can, actually the people who are so attached to one thing and the people who are not attached to anything, they seems to be doing a lot more better or a lot more of seva or lot better of experiencing this world or enjoying No, much more than the people who seems to be attached just to one thing in life. No, so much caught up, so much attached in that well. No, जो मेंढक रहता है ना, in that well they are stuck. No, it's a good idea to live the life of a Krishna, the one which is with wisdom, the one which is firmly established, at the same time the one which is like dancing, the one which is open to the world. कृष्णा के बारे में बात करना है और कुसुम जी को नहीं सुनना, ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता, बिकॉज उनका इतना बड़ा अध्ययन है। तो कुसुम ताई कृपया में भगवत गीता के बारे में या कृष्णा के बारे में थोड़ा हमें और बताएं।
ये जो संगीता जी ने बोला उसमें से व्हाट वी गेट, तो वी गेट भयम सत्व संशुद्धि ज्ञान योग व्यवस्थिति दानम दमश्च यज्ञश्च स्वाध्यायस्तप आर्जव। ये ऑल दिस क्वालिटीज आर मीन्स दैट पोटेंशियल इज देयर, तो एक एक बाहर आता है, वी गेट। एंड दूसरा एक सचिन जी ने भी बोला वो forget or let go. Yeah, so for that we have to give kshama every day, and ask for kshama. So that helps so much in life. Yes. धन्यवाद।
Absolutely, कुसुम is so apt. No,
Yeah.
कम शब्दों में कितना बड़ा ज्ञान बता देते हैं। Very nice कुसुम ताई।
अभी हमको उसी की तरफ जाना है ना, because we have less time.
कितना बढ़िया है ना, बिल्कुल सूक्ष्म कम शब्दों में लेकिन बहुत ज्यादा गहरा,
अभ्यास ज्ञान और वो सब से हम ध्यान में रखना है, मतलब थोड़े समय में ज्यादा प्राप्ति, ज्यादा प्राप्ति।
What I remember about Nakulji is, it is all coming from which space you're coming. Why is it echoing?
Go ahead. Now it will.
Thank you. So it is all from what space you're coming. For some life is a struggle. Then he said for some life is a war. Like every time मुझे जीतना है. You know, रोड पे जब लोग चलते हैं, मुझे तो लगता है कि उनकी जिंदगी सचमुच में it is a war. The way they will honk, I have to go, you know, like that, and then they will just go away. ऐसा, अरे, मतलब it is like from the space that you're coming. So every day also they must be going through that only. And then sometimes when we meet Gurudev and happening happens, and then what happens? My life becomes a celebration. That is what Kusumji said. Every moment you are ready to celebrate. Isn't that fun then? Moment to moment. Rishiji also says, live your life moment to moment. And then you see, it's so lovely, I tell you. It's so lovely. I try to do that, you know. I'm not always in that, but I really tried. You know, I keep on saying myself, come on, let's do that. You know, I live from now, moment to moment. Maybe I forget, then I go into my work and all. But then I do have that consciousness in me, you know, I do that. And celebrating, actually the celebration comes, you know. Actually, it's every moment when we do it, the happiness program also, every moment is so vast and so deep. You know, it is like that. It takes you into that meditation mode only, you know, when you do that. It is lovely. I sometimes I really enjoy my life in this way. And then your life expands, you know. लोग बोलते हैं हाय जिंदगी तो खाली 60 साल की थी, चली भी गई, गए भी, अभी तो जिए भी नहीं थे, अभी तो जीना भी नहीं सीखा था. Why? Because they don't live that moment. The minute you live, your life expands so much that you can achieve any number of things in your life. That is what it is, isn't it? I do feel that. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta ji, Kusum ji, Sanjay ji, Sachin ji, Usha ji, Shalaka ji, and all of you who are all there, and all to those who are not here. No, they are all part of us. Okay, we'll pause now here. Yeah, Kusum tai bol rahi satsanga result. Yes. यहाँ पे रुक जाते हैं, स्वल्प विराम लेते हैं, so that we can meet one more time tomorrow. जय गुरुदेव.
जय गुरुदेव.